and I'm still cleaning it. But how was everybody's day today? I got the link for Costa Rica. If you want to check me out on Facebook, Cynthia Schiller, Shiller. Got a lot of people interested in going, and we're just going to open the chat up. Oh, I forgot my bowl. Dang it. I'll try having everything ready. So I am going to be deboning some chicken. So I had to stay late after work today, and I ended up deciding to just wait till 4 o'clock for the sale on Gordon Food Service. So good to see you guys. I wish that light wasn't so bright right there. Good to have you guys. So we're going to debone some chicken as we chit chat, and chicken. It's also garbage day in the morning, so decided to go ahead and get all of this ready. I wish my YouTube could see this a little better, but feel free to say hi. And I told you guys I'd be making a lot of different recipes. If I have time, I don't know. It's pretty late. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I was going to do chicken Alfredo, so I might have to wait till tomorrow. All these kinds of recipes that I'm doing, you guys can go ahead and use turkey. That's the reason I'm doing this, is to kind of give you guys some recipes. We're going to end up doing some desserts coming up pretty soon next week, side dishes and all that good stuff. So I got to figure out, let me turn off my TV. Hi there, how are you? You're from Kentucky. I am in Michigan. Let me turn my TV off so we have a better connection. My internet's acting up. I thought I was all ready for this. So welcome, Kentucky. All right, gotta turn this off. I have no clue if that helps, but trying to keep the bandwidth as low as possible. So how's it looking on TikTok? I had to change the settings. Sarah is here. Sarah, we're deboning some chicken. Got these at Gordon Food Service, only $3, so I ended up buying 8 of them. 8. And then I'm just going to freeze this. Getting ready to make chicken Alfredo coming up. So I'm going to make a big old mess. But I will try to see your messages. You were from Michigan. Oh, my goodness. Very cool. Do you like Kentucky better? So I've been having some good responses. I'm going to Costa Rica. If you guys would like to join, let me know. I'd love to have you guys come. That's going to be June 10th. So getting a lot of interest going on that. But Sarah, how are things going with you? This is the one thing I don't like to do, but I appreciate you guys letting me do it while we chat. It's actually, it's warmer. I lived in Tennessee for a while. Tennessee was really beautiful. And I got some friends who moved to Kentucky. I always get flat tires in Kentucky. Like when I'm driving down to either Florida or Tennessee, for whatever reason. Is it 65? I can't remember the name of the road, but I've had my windshield cracked, and also that's where I get my flat tires, right by Elizabethtown. Hello, I am doing good today. How are you today? We're deboning some chicken. So got it for $3 each on these rotisserie chickens. There we go. And they're super delicious, super convenient. I'm deboning them so I can put them in the freezer. I bought 8 of them. So we'll probably do 3 today, or 4 today, 4 tomorrow, because I'm going to have to get some sleep. But depends. If you guys keep me up, I will keep deboning. And like I said, I wanted to make some chicken Alfredo. So I might do that before I go to bed. I don't know. If not, I'll make it tomorrow. But what are some of your favorite chicken recipes? What do you guys like as far as chicken? Trying to move over so the light's not so bad. You're good? It sounds yummy. Yeah, I'm going to make some homemade chicken Alfredo. They have this Alfredo mix that I thought about getting. It's like a powder mix. And I'm like, no, I'll just make my own. Chicken Alfredo is not that hard to make. It's so good. That way you know what's in it. I've had some really bad chicken Alfredo. I do not like the jar chicken Alfredo at all. So this is the good stuff. You have to admit, you're crushing on me a little bit. Oh, and thank you for the gift. I appreciate that. You're crushing on me. Is that because I'm cooking? So thank you for that. I appreciate it. So maybe you'll come join me in Costa Rica. June 10th. I promised you guys I'd do a meetup once I reached a certain amount of followers, and you guys came through for me. TikTok came through. Debbie. Yes, I finally made it. I slept like crazy today. I set my alarm for 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then I just said, screw it, I'm sleeping. So I'm kind of run down. I think part of it's the weather and talking to you guys late at night. I kind of messes my schedule up. So by the time I'm done with school, I just want to go to bed. The type of job I have, for whatever reason, is really draining. We do walk a lot throughout the school with the way my job is set up. I have a classroom, and then I push into classes, and I also have to get kids out of classes or walk them, make sure they get there. But I've taught aerobics, I've taught dance and nationwide cheer clinics. And for whatever reason, teaching can be extremely exhausting. So I just had somebody too ask me to read over their letter that they wrote their work about their schedule and how it's really starting to affect their mental health. So there we go. A lot of teachers are burnt out. A lot of people in life, when you have a different kind of schedule, that can really drain you. So Ron says, jack of all trades, master of none. Just like chicken. Your chocolate, me, and chicken are quite fond of one of each other. Well, that's good. There you go. You got the good stuff going. But Debbie, I bought more of that. I almost made that. I went to Gordon Food Service, and they had like super large packages of broccoli. And I'm like, that's just too big. I didn't know. I haven't checked. I don't know if I have broccoli in my freezer. So I'm craving making your chicken broccoli again. All right. So we got one down. And dear, would you like to join our team? Oh, I don't know. I had somebody ask me that, telling me that they would help me. And I have about over 5,000 followers on TikTok. And somebody with 1,000 followers was telling me that they would help me grow. And then also, like, I leaned over, you could see just like right here, not super inappropriate, but you could see my chest just a little bit. And they're like, you're going to get shut down. It's nothing inappropriate. Like if my grandma saw it, that'd be all right. But she had like a lingerie thing, and she's telling me I'm going to get shut down. But her profile picture was this red lingerie thing. So a little confusing on that. So unfortunately, I have a hard time trusting these groups and stuff. I don't want to give anybody my information. So I don't know. But you're welcome to chit chat with me. Hello, sisters. Good to have you here. Sounds like Charlie Ellie's Dark Triad. The Dark Triad. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The Dark Triad. You got to be careful too. And the Dark Empath, and just all that stuff with, will they change, and do they know what they're doing is wrong, and all the lies. And, my topic today was about cheating. Will they stop cheating? And, they talk about when the supply is low. So it also has to do with like the opportunity. If the opportunity is there, they're going to keep cheating. The only time they're going to stop cheating is when it's like too difficult. Sometimes they don't want to get caught. Sometimes they do. But no. Sometimes if they go through like a severe, mortification, they might stop, but I don't see it stopping forever. But there are people that change. But as far as narcissists, when they're low on that supply or when they're tempted. You got to remember too, a lot of them will dabble in alcohol or other types of recreational things that might not be illegal. And there's also that lower inhibition at that time too. So, Sarah, I don't know if you can still see me. I don't know what's going on with my internet tonight. And I don't want to click on things because I'm all gross. I might have to log. Home has stopped. What the heck does that mean? Home internet? I don't know. Look at all this chicken. Check it out. 1 second while I reboot that. Gotta wash my hands first. That's the one thing that's frustrating is all the technical difficulties. Sarah, I don't know if you can still see me. Let me scooch over here. I need a better setup. This counter is so big. Why does this live have the quality of 2001? Okay, I'll relog in because I'm having problems with my internet. And so I reset it to a lower quality. Well, you're single and you're single, so we should mingle. There you go. So thank you for saying that. If it's that bad, I will relog in. Should I relog in and have the higher speed? It might be delayed though. Tell me. Do I need to relog in? So you're a dark empath, super empath. Those are completely two different things. The pain changed me to a bit more thick-skinned. Not all dark empaths are bad. All right. I'm going to go ahead and relog in because of that comment, which I appreciate. All right. So join me. I'm going to just relog in on TikTok. All right. See you in a minute. Sorry about that. So, man, they were being nice and giving me gifts and stuff. So they told me. Okay. Here we go. Super easy. So, when you say you're a dark empath and a super empath, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you feel qualifies you as the dark empath and the super empath? So hopefully that's better. I don't know. I think most what it is, they just an empath but was abused and they have a dark side when treated wrong. Sometimes too, though, is they're not always treated bad. Sometimes they're treated good and they like that and they demand that. That's why you see a lot of famous people start falling into being kind of like spoiled brats and demanding things. Like they're treated really good and they're like, I like this. I'm going to either test people to see how much they'll give me. So sometimes they just like that special treatment. They become entitled. They become used to things, you know. So yeah, sometimes I will agree that it can be trauma-based, but sometimes narcissists are created from overcompensation sometimes too. So they get set up. Yeah. And part of that, you know, anger management, acting a little bit more emotionally kind of stunted. You know, it's easier to throw a fit. It's worked for them. And just like little kids, you know, I'm not your friend. I hate you. I'm not going to talk to you. Huffing and puffing, breaking things. So it's just a little bit of a more immature way of handling it. And the point is, though, is that can really damage relationships. And also, you know, when people are more healed, more whole, but when you have two needy people, because a narcissist will put you in a state of need, I guarantee it. Yeah, some famous are rude, like snappy, rude, downright mean. Exactly. Yeah, Diddy going through some stuff. He just felt entitled, didn't care about other people. A lot of times too, with the extravagance, they like that. They like to be very showy and just got to really watch people. And then sometimes too, you know, like they can be hurtful and then they can see that they hurt you and they don't like your reaction. So they can apologize. Do they necessarily mean it? They just want the situation to change. And more likes can attract more viewers. So can you guys tell me if that's a better connection? I re-logged in on TikTok, so hopefully that's better. We are deboning a chicken right now. Actually, I have 8 of them to debone. And I don't know. It depends. I'm not sure if I'm hungry at 1:30 in the morning. But chicken Alfredo is next on the recipe list. Also, chicken cacciatore. Do I like that? I don't remember. Almost bought some teriyaki stuff to make like a chicken teriyaki or a stir fry. So all these can be made with turkey. So you guys can have your leftover turkey and some recipes to go along with it. I could save the bones and make my own chicken stock, but I'm not going to. I am not going to. Hello, Phil is here. Phil, it is chicken time. It's chicken time. We're deboning some chicken. Only $3 from 4 to 6 o'clock at Gordon Food Service. Guys, I bought 8 of these. Super heavy. I can't even tell you. I don't even know how many pounds of meat, but oh, what is in that? Is that like a cream base? How do you say chicken fricassee? Fricassee or fricassee? Fricassee? What is that? Is that a cream base? I probably would like it. Making sure there's no bones in this. It's really nice in the winter. You just reach in your freezer and you are all stocked up. I will be making Debbie's recipe again. That was so good. I was all ready to just start doing new recipes every day, but Debbie, I just craving it. I am craving it. So my mom got the frozen food. She got the lasagna, the French silk pie that we made. What else? That chicken broccoli casserole. So feel free to open up the conversation. Onions. Okay, so there's onions in it. What else? I bought an onion. Guys. That's me growing up. Sometimes you got to go with the flow. I bought an onion. I like sauteed onions. I really don't like onions, but I like them sauteed, and I also like onion rings. Isn't that weird? I hate onions, but I do like onion rings. There's a place down in St. Joseph, Michigan, Clementines. I don't know if they're still open, but man, they had huge and really big onion rings. Is that Blooming Onion? Where is that? What place? I want to say Olive Garden, but that's not right. Outback Steakhouse. Yeah. Is that good? The Blooming Onion? Looks good, but okay. Onions, bell peppers. I got some peppers. Garlic. What else? Trying to picture it. So we're deboning a chicken. If you want, I can have the chicken so you can see it, or you can just trust me on that. I'll move this out of the way a little bit. I'll let you in on my life, the things that this single woman does to entertain herself. There we go. I was watching a video. I kind of agree with it. So my single ladies, when does a man get married? I know a lot of us, good women, and there are some differences between men and women, and we have to realize that. But there's a lot of good women that have had relationships, and then the guy, they break up, and all of a sudden they're with somebody else, and they go into this new relationship. And a lot of times a guy will get married when he's ready. Doesn't necessarily mean the lady's prettier than you, smarter than you, all that stuff. Holy Trinity. But I do think there's something to that masculine and feminine energy. Women have to be more masculine as far as energy. And yeah, there's a lot going on with relationships, and it's interesting too. Like our bodies rejuvenate every 7 years, and the average divorce is 8 years. But that's you take into account 1 year for filing and court proceedings. So what is it with 7 years? That 7 year itch. Why is that such a common time frame? It's interesting how different we are, but so many similarities. And overlooking the red flags. A lot of us nice people do that. Some comments were filtered. Oh my goodness. I wish I knew what you guys said. I can handle it, TikTok. I can handle it. But if you can let me know the video quality on TikTok, because the internet's acting up. But so what kind of base is that though? Like just sauteed and then you add that, or does it have like some kind of tomato or cream base, or just chicken broth base? This looks like a good piece of chicken right there. Popping in, checking what you guys are saying. Debbie, how's the internet on YT for me? I got the best internet I could get, and I'm not happy with it. So let me know your questions, guys. We can talk about whatever you would like to talk about. My channel deals with like mental health. Also, toxic relationships, how to avoid red flags, what we can do to have a better life. One thing that we really got to start realizing, one thing that bothers me about a lot of YouTubers or digital creators, when they say it's not our fault, a lot of the stuff that happened was not our fault, but there is a lesson learned. So there are times that some of us have to realize that we get into that reactive abuse. We become toxic too. And you just retracted it right when my eyes are bolognese. Okay. I don't know what kind of base that is. I almost bought hollandaise sauce, but I'm not sure. Is that what's on Eggs Benedict, hollandaise or whatever that is? All right, you guys are saying something. So it says to encourage my viewers to share the live, and the more likes, the more people will join in and get this discussion started. Bolognese. Sounds fancy. Sounds fancy. Is it like an Italian dish? I need to look up some Italian dishes. Watch, it's Greek. I don't know. All right, so we got 3 done. We are on number 4. We are on number 4. I do not want that piece. Ooh. Look at all that love. You need to cook for you? What would you like? What would be your favorite chicken dish? Like I said, I'm making chicken meals. So you guys can get some recipes. We've already made turkey tetrazzini. I just use chicken as a substitute. But turkey tetrazzini, we're going to make chicken Alfredo either tonight or tomorrow. We had, what else? Debbie's chicken broccoli casserole, which is, oh my gosh, so good. And what else do we have? I'm going to be making chicken cacciatore, chicken stir fry. I tried to stir fry, and because, Debbie, I was responding to you and your son's situation that I burnt the onions. So I messed up. There are times I mess up. It was just too important to pay attention to the cooking. So look at all that love. You are so sweet. I appreciate that. And you guys are quiet on the conversation. You guys are so quiet. I can't do my words of affirmation yet. So stay tuned. I'll be doing some words of affirmation. I tried getting some more prepared. But we're just going to keep adding to the pot. And you guys will be getting words of affirmation. Oh, and thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome on the support. So here's my little cooking channel, and I got it. we also made chicken pot pie, which you can make with the turkey. So what do you guys do with your leftover turkey? I need to know. What do you do with leftover turkey? One thing I like to do, so silly, I loved it. Cream of mushroom soup, just put that in with the turkey and cook that up. That was one of my favorite things after Thanksgiving. Once all the gravy's gone, I make a gravy sometimes with cream of mushroom soup and add like one of those gravy packets. Or you can do like the way that they have you with the pan drippings. I kind of change it up with some cream of mushroom soup, kind of extends it because I love gravy. Can never have too much gravy. What kind of gravy do you guys like with your turkey? Do you like the turkey gravy, chicken gravy, brown gravy? And we also made chicken and dumplings. We made chicken and dumplings. So we did that. What did I use? Oh, we made homemade dumplings too. So I still need to perfect the dumplings. They were good, but I wanted them a little more compact. So I think I want to try a different recipe next time. It was kind of biscuit-like. I've used Bisquick before, and it just had a little bit more fluffiness. I like more noodle-like. Turkey gravy. Turkey gravy is perfect on turkey. I agree. Look at my Dixie Doo begging. You begging? Dixie loves when I do this. You should have seen her when I got home from school with all the meat. So what do you guys say? Gravy is a must. I agree. What do you guys feel? I'm making Christmas dinner at my mom's, so I got to travel across state. I'm making green bean casserole. I'll be making my famous. They're kind of like the funeral potatoes. They're the au gratin potatoes, but like super good. And I'll be making that, but yams or sweet potato. Do you guys like sweet potato stuff? It's going to make dessert, but my sister and her daughter are going to be making dessert. So maybe I'll make some desserts for the kids at school. I just want to cook. All right, so we got 4 of these. I'm going to go ahead and do the other 4. How is that? Because tomorrow's garbage day. I'd like to get this stuff out of my house. What do you guys think about sweet potato stuff? Do I need to make sweet potatoes? I don't know. How do you like them? Do you like them with the brown sugar and the marshmallows? Help me out, guys. I was going to bring just corn, but my sister makes this. It's like a, what does she call it? I don't know if she calls it corn casserole, maybe. I don't know. Corn pudding, corn, whatever. It's really good. But my goodness, they say the average Thanksgiving dinner is like somewhere around 3,000 calories, give or take. You make them, but no marshmallows. Okay. I had somebody made candied carrots, and those were actually pretty good. I'm not the biggest fan of sweet potatoes. I try, but like the sweet potato fries, probably had like 9 sweet potato fries in my life. I try, I'm like, then I'm like, no, I'm trying too hard to like these. I don't like the sweetness to potatoes. I don't know. Debbie says I make them, but no marshmallows. All right, so we're going to put this in some bags. It's 4 chickens. And we'll see, I'll do 3 or 4 bags of chicken. And I hope my freezer has enough space. It's only me that lives here too. 4 or 8 rotisserie chickens. So funny. But been giving my mom some stuff, so it'll be nice to have some food to give her. Bring some extra. I want to make my lasagna again. That turned out so good. But any requests? There was one. It sounds so silly, but it looked so good. Pizza pocket pie or hot pocket. You know, the hot pockets. They made this pizza that looked so good, but not crazy about Hot Pockets. I kind of lived off of those for too long. Super easy and convenient. All right, there we got 3 bags. The reason I do 4 chickens in 3 bags is because I like to have the chicken for salads, or I always give my dog some, so she probably has a quarter of the chicken. Corn chowder? I think no, it's not corn chowder. What does she call it? But it's got like sour cream, cheese. It's made with Jiffy Mix, corn muffin mix. All right, so we got those. 3 so far. Oh, Debbie, I knew I forgot. It's right in my freezer. I forgot the chicken casserole for my mom. It's in my freezer. I could cook it for me. I'll save it for her. Dang it. I was wondering. I'm going to go see her next week, but I told her all about it and put the stuff in the freezer. And what I did for that, all the other stuff was just like in tin foil or Ziploc bags. And for your chicken casserole, I put it in one of these rotisserie thingies. So, dang it. Okay, well, I'll save it for Mom, even though I want it. So do you guys look forward to your Thanksgiving dinners? I know some families get along, some don't. How can we handle the situation? People, narcissists love to ruin holidays. Also, sometimes it's like a high stress thing, or they just want to do their own thing, or you got the football game on, they're all wrapped up in that. And so there's a lot of like high energy sometimes too because of the stress. I know my family sometimes had some stressors going on, and there are ways to cope with it. But if you have like a true narcissist at your place, be careful on that. We should all be able to get along. It shouldn't be that hard. It should not be that hard. So I've been pretty blessed as far as my family, extended family. There's differences of opinions, but for the most part, good to have you guys joining in. Feel free to say hello. All right. This one isn't as tender as the others. This one's a little more dry. All the others were like super good. This will still be fine once you add it into something. It's still decent. Be careful. They had E. coli on organic carrots. They were sold at Walmart, Trader Joe's, and some other places. And November 17th, it must have been. Something like that. Double check. But they had problems, 1 death so far because of E. coli in carrots. And they said they were organic kind. But we just had that E. coli scare with McDonald's. What was it? The onions? So I think we're past that. I bought that onion. How are you? Hold on. I can't see. How are you? Filming on a game box or Game Boy? Tell me what it looks like. I'm filming on, are you asking what I'm using? I'm using an Android phone, but I had to, tell me how bad it is. Let me know how bad it is, because I had to change the video quality because my internet is unstable right now. I don't know, must be something in the weather. We had a lot of rain today, so that might be part of it. I don't know, but the internet connection isn't the best. So if it looks really crappy, I re-logged in hoping that would help. Run says, better check. I just got a bag of baby carrots. Yes, double check. I did too. And they said Trader Joe's, Walmart, and like 2 or 3 other places. So they were the whole small, like, yeah, double check. They just announced that. Also, be careful too during the holiday season. There's a lot more people that go into hospitals. A lot of times that's just because they're lonely. So check on grandma. I'm a grandma, check on me. There's a lot of loneliness going on. So also too, sometimes people won't want to care for their family members, their elderlies. So they'll just check them into a hospital so they can go out of town, which I think is horrible. And there's a lot of patterns that people do. It's kind of interesting, human behavior. So another guy was talking, he's a teacher, and he did a social experiment on how music affected the students. And I played some music today, the healing energy, the dopamine or whatever. And it did get the kids focused a lot more. Music affects us. Also, I did that rice experiment on the energies, because sometimes to me, certain buildings feel evil or just off. Isn't that weird how you can walk in a building and you feel like negative energy? Run says, yep, better check. So I was trying to figure out, does this energy get absorbed into the walls? And that's why I did that rice experiment. But the energies we absorb, got somebody getting ready to log in. They're notifying me they just woke up. That the energies from music, from people yelling or talking. There's also people that are really calming to be around. And we talked about the butterflies, how having the butterflies from someone, it's kind of okay in the beginning because it's an uncertain feeling. Like, is this person going to like me? Where is this going to go? But when you have those butterflies, it's not always a good sign. And who's joining in? Is that Lana? Sarah, is there something wrong? Turkeys. Something is wrong with carrots. E. coli on carrots. And I'm using chicken just because it's on sale. But the E. coli is in the carrots. So I have not heard anything bad with the turkeys. You should be fine on that. But the thing was, one person has died from E. coli in organic carrots. It was posted on the news today. So definitely follow up. It was like November 17th, or who knows, maybe it was the 21st expiration. So can't remember all the details. I kind of leave the news on 24/7 just for sound. Like I said, sound affects us, and so I don't feel quite as alone. They fired my boyfriend, Chris Como. I don't know. I had a crush on Chris Como. But I'm coping, doing all right. And yes, my hair's getting in my food. I need to put it up. Right, Debbie? Debbie's probably having a panic attack. Put your hair up, Cynthia. You show love to someone, the less likely they lash out. That's true. Sometimes there's a cross when the narcissist is actually being nice, and we're just so on edge that we kind of lash out. I've seen that where the quote unquote healthy person, you can't stay healthy if you're with the narcissist. It's almost impossible. You're going to start lying to people to cover up for, being embarrassed that your person isn't showing up for you, and kind of hits your self-esteem, and it confuses you, or you start canceling plans because you're depressed or frustrated, or you're just going to cry. So yeah, staying with the narcissist will affect your other relationships. That's why you hear about the isolation. And I see where they're like the narcissist does it on purpose. Some of it just falls into place that way. It just turns toxic because of the way the narcissist is. Are they purposely trying to isolate you? Not always, but they put off a certain aura that makes you change your behavior. You don't want to upset them. Be careful being a people pleaser, that people don't take advantage of you, or you lose yourself in those kind of relationships. And I see you guys. Feel free to comment, talk with me. I'm just rambling till you guys talk. You've been bumming for days. Why are you bumming? Because of the holidays? Are you kind of missing your ex? Is that what's going on? Ron says, my sister got E. coli. She got put in the hospital for a few days. This was before it was talked about much. Yeah, you can get E. coli. How long was she in the hospital for? You can get real sick from it. So it can be in fecal material, poop. So make sure you wash your hands. And E. coli can happen in lakes, but it can also happen, just in the produce that we have, or unsafe food handling. So that's why I like to cook at home. But our stores aren't immune to it either, though. So I wonder if it was just from somebody handling it too. But usually carrots like that would be in a bag. So it's probably not from somebody just walking by and touching it. We are getting there, guys. This doesn't take all that long. So far, I've been deboning for about 40 minutes for 8, but I'd rather do this because the chicken is just so perfect. And it's such a good deal, too. Right now, Gordon Food Service from 4 to 6 o'clock. You can get rotisserie chicken for $3 each. Normally, I was at the grocery store last week, and there was a lady buying the rotisserie there. It was $7.99. So $3 compared to $7.99 at the gas or at the local grocery store. It's kind of rural, so it's probably a little bit more expensive. How much are rotisserie chickens by you? They used to be $5 for a while, then they went to about $8. So I think they're $7 or $6 normally. But they also have pork loin, $1.99 a pound. So had to put her on a type of strong antibiotics, like for 4 days, doing tests to figure out what it was. It was from a restaurant. Someone else got sick too. Oh my goodness. Isn't that crazy? Just how something so little as like a little piece of bacteria or a virus can be deadly, And there was also a lady who was having problems with blockage in her vena cava, which is a very, very large vein. She's having some blockage and she's in the end stages, but her positivity through it, there's a grieving process that we go through, and she made it to the acceptance stage. She also says, don't give up, but we find peace when we get to the acceptance stage. So whether it's a breakup or a loss or a fear, that when we accept what we can change, what we can't, got to know the difference. That's what wisdom is. Oi. Who's saying oi to me? What does oi mean? Oi gewolz. Grew up in a Jewish neighborhood. Oi gewolz. That was a big saying. It means oi gewolz. So I was having fun today with my Arabic girls. They had an assignment today to make their own city, talking about population and just new vocabulary words, get them talking. And can't remember the mosquito. I can't remember how they say it, but I figured out that they were asking how to spell mask. So it's kind of cool when you just connect and can talk to people in different languages. That's why I love my job. Years. Ron says it was years ago. So I'm glad she's fine. Yes. And Debbie's showing the loving compassion that she always does. So we got, what is it? One more chicken? Look how patient my dog is. Dixie, you're so good. She's not sneezing. She must be full. When Dixie, she knows not to bark. She's such a well-mannered dog. But she'll start sneezing. Like that's her hint. And like even in the morning when she has to go to the bathroom, she'll just like, she's so good. I kind of wish she was a little bit more vocal, so I knew, but I know her really good. Let me walk around. My eyes are just like such a in between. So can you tell me more about the place that you plan on traveling to? Kenneth, yes. Costa Rica. Oh, thank you for asking. We are going. Heather has said that she's going to be going with us. We got some other people interested, but it's going to be a fun trip. There's we're going to swim in the ocean. There's like a boat trip that we're going to take. You can see the Jesus lizard. I can't remember the scientific name of it offhand, but that's the one that runs on top of the water. They're going to have monkeys there, caimans, a whole bunch of stuff that we can look at. The rainforest, there's a volcano, and just like excursions that we are going to be doing. It's June 10th through, I believe, the 18th. And if you guys either go to Cynthia Schiller, Schiller, on my Facebook, I got the link posted there. Feel free to follow for updates or comment on one of my videos, not this one, because I lose this stuff. Or if you give me a couple minutes, I'll write down your information. But I can send you the link with the full itinerary. But you do need a passport to go. But I would love, Kenneth, I would love to meet you in person. And I went on a trip to China and made, I consider a lifelong friend. She's been friends with me for 6 years now. And, you know, I had one person say, be careful what you wish for. You never know what somebody else is like, you know, when you travel. But there's a full itinerary. The hotel is included, many meals, most dinners, all breakfasts, and the, you know, transfers, all that kind of stuff. What do you think about that? Are you thinking about going? You guys can either use the air where they set up your airfare, or if you would like to set up your airfare, you can do that as well. If you feel you can save a little bit of money that way, feel free to. It's $150 off if you sign up in November. So they also have payment plans. It's super easy. I am not getting the money for this. I'm just, I have it set up going through a reputable company. It's the same company that I am using for taking the kids to Amsterdam and Paris. So the nationwide high schools use that company. It's educational. So you're going to learn a lot about the areas that we're going to. And if this is a hit, if we get people going, I will continue doing it, maybe 2 different locations a year. So you guys can keep traveling with me and getting to know me and other people. But what are your thoughts on that, Kenneth? I know you've talked about it before that you, oh yes, the basilisk lizard. Yes, you are right. Thank you. The basilisk. The Jesus lizard. So he runs on bubbles and stands erect. Yes, I said erect, and just runs across. But what do you think about that? Costa Rica. Come on, guys. I set this up. I promised I would do it. I came through. So Yeah, like I said, it is through a reputable company. There's some details on that. You have a certain amount of time to change your mind. If we end up changing itineraries, which I don't plan on doing, but it's all laid out there for your information. And what kind of dollar figure does somebody need to do and enjoy themselves? That trip is, I can pull it up in about 5-10 minutes, but it's like 3,200 and then the airfare on top of it. Coming from Detroit using their airfare, it's going to be about 4,300. But it's like 3,200, and then you can add on your own airfare. My friend down in Florida who's planning on going is looking at using a cheaper airline. So you're welcome to do that too. So 3,200 plus airfare. And I'm in Michigan. She's in Florida. So it might be cheaper. Like if you guys are in California, you might have cheaper airfare. And there's a drop down menu so you can pick the airport and they'll give you a price quote. And if you can find something cheaper, go feel free to utilize a different air company. That was a good portion of the ticket price for the thing. So there are ways to make it a little bit cheaper, but hotel and food and all that stuff. So when you start adding all that on, that's actually a pretty decent price. And just an opportunity of a lifetime, I think. So a lot of us have been isolated, or, it's harder to make friends, and we miss out, being single people if we're not dating or, going on family trips, that this is a way for us to get out and see the world. So how do you feel about that? There are payment plans. So it kind of takes the pressure off of coming up all at once. You don't have to pay all at once to secure your spot. It's, I think, $99. So if you got $99, lock it in, save that $150. So yeah, I would love to send you the link. If you comment on one of my shorts or something on TikTok, I'll get you that link. I'll get the link to you that way too. Or go to Facebook, Cynthia, Cynthia Schiller, Schiller. Feel free to follow me so you can message me. Kind of unable to accept extra friend requests, but you can follow me and communicate or comment on stuff. How far out it is it run? It will be June 10th. June 10th, we're leaving. They close registration in April though. But there's only a limited amount of spots. So make sure you sign up as soon as you can, $99 down, and then you're secured for being able to be my buddy, my travel buddy. I would love that. And it's going to be good. So if you give me a second, I can wash my hands off and read off the itinerary a little bit more. But just the toucans and all the different kinds of monkeys. That'd be cool to see out in the rainforest. What else was there? Oh, there's a geyser that we're going to see go off. All right. Let me put this. All right. I got to put this away, wash my hands. All right. Now I am. Oh, I got to still pack away the meat. Hold on. Dang it. Thought I was done. Got to put it in the Ziplocs. But look, this is 4 chickens. It's a deep bowl, so that's a lot of chicken. That's $12 a chicken right there. You can't beat it. Food, oh my gosh, is food getting expensive? And I don't know. I wish Gordon Food Service, to me, they seem extremely expensive. I could be wrong, but got a little thing of Parmesan cheese, was like $7. I like using Aldi's and Save-A-Lot. I haven't been to Save-A-Lot in years, but I found one in town. So one says passport required 180 days before travel and have to have $100 proof of funds. For who though? Who do you have to have the proof of funds for? Yes, do not pet monkeys. You just looked it up. Okay. 180 days is what? 6 months? 3? Yes. So, yeah, definitely if you guys are thinking about doing it, now is the time to get your passport. There is still enough time, but do it now. Do it now. And you can put your passport in later. You can secure your spot and then go get your passport. So thank you for looking that up. You just looked it up. I'm trying to remember when I went to China. I think there's a way to rush it. What was it that you looked up? Because I also looked up, I Googled stuff. And they said that you did not need a passport. It was a U.S. territory, which is not true. So was that through Costa Rica? Was that through the U.S. Department of whatever? There are ways to expedite getting your passport, but yeah, if necessary, I can also move the itinerary, but I just thought that would be perfect. Like as soon as I'm done with school, we are out. We are on our way. So has to do with Costa Rica travel thing for leaving and entering. Yeah, they want to make sure that you have a round trip. You have to have airfare out of there. They want to make sure you're not leaving, so you can't take a one-way trip there. Okay, and you $100 proof of funds. Okay, that's probably what to enter into the country. 180 days before travel. You don't need a visa, so I'm not sure. What was the 6-month thing? There was something where you needed 6 months more. Like if I went now and I had 2 weeks left on my passport, they want you to have, I thought it was 6 months. $100 ain't a big deal. Bi-monthly thing. What about the monthly thing? Is the monthly thing good or bad for you? By the way you typed it, I'm not sure. So let me look up. What was it I wanted to look up? How long do I? Okay. Let's see. All right. Entry requirements. Let's see. Frequently asked questions. Okay, so I see what you're talking about the $100. Entry requirements. Valid passport will only be accepted if they can be read electronically in line with the guidelines established. Proof of economic means, $100. Return ticket, no impediment. I don't see where you see the I don't see the 6-month thing on a passport. So that I'm not sure on. But there's still time to do that. Travel.state.gov. They have some Costa Rica stuff. Good condition. If you're traveling on a U.S., Canadian, or European Union passport, you do not have to apply for a visa in advance. I don't know what that means. Valid passport in good condition. I don't know. I'll have to double check on that. I don't know if you need to have it 6 months in advance. I know you need like 6 months extra. You need 6 months after you get there. I will have to try to get my passport. You've never had one. I believe I got mine at the post office. They wanted you to set up an appointment and they just take your picture. So it's not hard to fill out. So if you are interested, go ahead and reserve your spot. It's only $99 down. And in the next week or two, go to the passport office at the post office, and let's do it. Let's do it. U.S. nationals do not require an entry visa to Costa Rica. However, they must have a current and return ticket, current passport. Either to return. Yeah, I don't think, I know a lot of people. Yes, I want some pictures from Costa Rica. Debbie, I would love pictures from Costa Rica. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to double check on that. Stacy, good to have you joining again. And what kind of identification do you have to get a passport? From what I remember, you needed 1 or 2 pieces of mail to verify your identity, and birth certificate, your official birth certificate, and your driver's license is what I think. I also had a letter from the Chinese consulate or my Chinese company because I was on a business visa for that. So the passport, I think you just need ID, birth certificate, and I think a piece of mail, not just a love letter or grandma writing you. You need like an official like bill or something in your name at your address. So, or a lease. If you have a lease, you can use that usually, or a mortgage, or a title, things like that. So yes, Kenneth, you can do it. You can do it. I'm grabbing them from my friend Tim Stone. Thank you. Valid picture and ID and something else. Let me see right now. It used to be, can a felon, not saying you are, can a felon leave the United States? Just because I'm talking worldwide right now. So answer is not always straightforward. Only under certain circumstances will a convicted felon be denied a U.S. passport. So let's see. So yeah, it used to be where you couldn't vote and you couldn't leave the country from what I remember. They can be denied if it was drug trafficking. If you owe more than $2,500 in child support, it's forbidden if you're on probation, parole, or a court order, but sometimes you can ask for permission. So yeah, don't sell drugs and you can travel with me. Stacy says, go to the post office. They will take care of you. Thank you, Stacy. Do you know offhand, Stacy, what it is that you need for identification? So yeah, Stacy has some great information. And to make it easier so you don't have to wait in line a lot of times. And you can't stop sharing personal information too, right? Oh my goodness. But yes, Debbie, I would love some Costa Rica pictures. Tim Stone. That name sounds familiar. Why does that name sound familiar? I had a friend, Linda Stone. She was beautiful. Oh my gosh, she was beautiful. I went to school with her in 11th grade. And so, Kenneth, I would love to have you. It is something to think about, putting that deposit down, because you got like 10 more days for that $150 discount. So I'm really going to let people know about it. Got a lot of interest. So I want to make sure you guys get to go. I see somebody just sent me a message. I'm not sure if you're reaching out to me on Facebook, Cynthia Schiller, Schiller, but yeah, send me a message and I'll get you that link. And let me put this in the freezer, and then we can go over the itinerary too, because like I said, a lot of us have either been isolated or lonely, or, not making the friend connections that we wish we could. And I just, you guys have been a great support. I'd love love to do this for you guys where we have the opportunity to like really be friends, doing things together. And Stacy says driver's license, birth certificate, and a passport approved pictures. Stacy, do you know, are they doing passport pictures at the post office now? I think you have to schedule an appointment. Mine was done at the passport office before I had to go like way downtown Detroit to this. It was just weird. But yeah, if you I know they have certain requirements where you have to be like face forward. You can't like they're pretty picky on it. It has to be like a certain height. And your eyes have to be a certain whatever. But it's just better to get it through the post office. It's like $10 for the picture, and you got to remember I did mine 6 years ago. So I'm gonna be hurting next week. I'll tell you why. One sec. All right, washing my hands up. So it's pretty straightforward. It takes a couple weeks to get your passport back. So you want to act on that quickly. It'll be approved unless you have some pretty strong issues. Most of us don't. You should be able to leave the country without a problem. But just definitely work on that. From CVS. Ooh, wait, the passport or just the picture? I think I think you're right. Yep, I know she's right. So Stacy is suggesting going to CVS for your picture, and the forms are probably available online that you can print out, but I got mine at the post office. Debbie says, remember, he is from Frankie Valley in the Four Seasons. He passed away last year. What in Costa Rica and Jose? What do you mean? Get ready to see a bunch of lizards. That'll be cool, though. Okay, yeah. I remember that name. So let me move this so I can see you guys. My glasses are just at a certain focal point where it's too close and too far away at the same time. There we go. You're going to do your hometown and get my birth certificate and go from there. There you go. There you go. So the picture from CVS. Okay. All right. Here we go, YouTube. San Jose, what part? So yeah, you should be able to get it. It shouldn't be that big of a problem. And I'm excited. So I'm going to give you a word of affirmation. All right, tell me 1, 2, or 3. Give me a number. 1, 2, or 3. And part of the problem is, that's another reason why it's hard to read, is my ring light is flashing. So Kenneth, tell me 1, 2, or 3. Give me a number. All right, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, or 3. I choose to focus more on gratitude than disappointment. And it gets rid of the anxiety. And when we're thankful and have gratitude, it changes the perspective on our life. We see the good things. So gratitude instead of disappointment, because we're going to have disappointments. But when we focus on that, we feel down. When you feel down, you're going to start, pulling away from people. You're going to start not getting into your work. You're not going to do your exercises or your self-care. But when you focus on the things that we do have, that'll change your life. So that is your words of affirmation. If anybody else would like some, feel free to let me know. I got a big old bowl here, and I'll be adding new ones the next day or two. So anybody else want a reading, a word of affirmation reading? The other thing, too, my glasses needed to be clean. Look at the good Dixie. My dog's so good. I love my dog. All right. So let's see. What's up, Pat Stuff? Good to have you here. We just got done deboning 8 rotisserie chickens. Yeah, what time is it? It's 2:00. I don't know. Do I want chicken Alfredo? I do, but I think I'll wait. I made some homemade ranch dressing today, so I might have a salad before I go to bed. It's the first time I ever made it. So thanks to you guys. These glasses, what the heck? I've been feeling better too because I'm eating better. So thank you, Stacy, for that information. So what's up with you? We're talking about the trip to Costa Rica and when the date flight again. It's going to be June 10th. So let me tell you a little bit more about it. Here we go. Oh, give me the actual link. You can do it this way. Got a lot of people are commenting, so yeah, hopefully you guys can at least reserve it soon. I know you might want to go ahead and get your passport, but if you don't think you'll have an issue, and then, you know, can always do one of the other upcomings. All right, so here we go. Let's get that itinerary going. So what's up with you, though? So rainforest, volcanoes, and wildlife. And the highlights, you're going to make me read all this stuff. Tortuguero National Park, Arenal Volcano National Park hike, organic pineapple farm, Heliconia Ranch, coffee and cocoa plantation, cloud forest, wildlife sanctuary. We can have our own private deluxe motor coach, 9 sightseeing tours, 2 tastings, 5 dinners with beer and wine, 5 lunches, 8 breakfasts, and 8 nights in handpicked hotels. So it has the code GNOV24 to save that $150. And if you tell me what airport, I can look that up too to get you a better. Been to plenty of places. Oh, would you like to go to Costa Rica with me? Oh my gosh, Stacy, come with me. I would love that. We're going to have a great group of people. Heather's already said that she wants to come. Super fun person. And like I said, I went to China for 5 weeks and made a lifelong friend. And it's just, you know, when you get bonding when you kind of do things together and climb aboard a boat bound for our hotel, cruise along the Susio River, keep your eyes out for caimans, reptiles, which are similar to alligators, and we might see the Jesus Christ lizard, the basilisk, and they're running on top of the water upright on their hind legs. We got a lunch planned for us, a welcome dinner with beer or wine or Diet Coke if you like me. I don't know. Maybe I'll have wine. I don't know. It's home. We're going to see green sea turtles, home of the largest green sea turtle nesting population, 30,000 females nesting per season. And walking and boating tour of the national park. Look out for the nocturnal animals who are still active. And then you can see the howler. I'd love to hear the howler monkey, the spider monkey, white-faced monkeys, green macaws, toucans, and freshwater creeks, placid lagoons, 50 species of fish, local cuisine. And there's going to be the Arenal region through the organic pineapple farm. There's also a salsa dancing class. So if you want to be my dancing partner, I have my salsa class tomorrow. And I can teach you. It sounds wonderful. Yeah, it's going to be really nice. There's a ranch visit and a mountain range. The clouds and mist can be obscure, but you can see the volcanoes peak from we're going to be in the peak time to see the volcano. So we're going to miss the rainy season and farm to table lunch. And we can add on the Arnold hot springs and dinner if you guys want to add that on. If you guys do, I will. I'll do that with you if you want to. So there's hiking, tree planting. I don't know if we're going to plant a tree or look at them, but the wildlife sanctuary. There's also an extension if you want to stay 2 more nights. And what do you guys think? What's the return date? Thank you for your patience. I think the 18th. I just know I'm going. Hold on, guys. I think it's the 18th. Jeez. I want to double check my tours. It doesn't work on my computer. One sec. Let me get back into it. I think it's the 18th coming back. So June 10th through the 18th. June 10th through the 18th. So if you want to comment, they have it arranged for my flight to be $12.80. I could save money if I find a cheaper airfare, or if I do a different airport, but I'm just going to let them do that. They're really good at rebooking in case of an emergency or whatever. But if you comment where you're from, I'll type that in and see if it auto-populates for me. So the 18th, the 10th through the 18th. That way I can get back in time to do my summer school. And I got to do a little puzzle. I'm glad I'm not doing I cannot see this. I hate wearing glasses, guys. It's so hard. You can't even see it without your glasses. There we go. At least it's a pretty picture. So, and current. No, I know you're lying. Oh my gosh. That's okay. I'll risk it. So, talking about narcissists. They're telling me to end my current live in 1 minute to avoid a permanent account ban. You're a narcissist. You don't care about me. You don't care about my viewers. So I don't know if you're a narcissist or just playing around, but that can actually hurt people, So don't do that. Don't do it. You don't what? How rude. I know you might not be a narcissist, but telling me, what if I panicked or, it's not nice. It wasn't nice for me to say that, but that's a reactive abuse. They see it firsthand. But no, I don't know if it was you from before, but I'm taking accountability. That they just like to stir things up or to be funny. And, I had that before, and people, I've had people talking about ending their lives in some of these chats and reaching out for help. And when somebody says, your account's going to get banned permanently, if I was to log off during that time, that could be a crucial time for other people. So we got to think about all the things that our actions, even when we're being funny. So, that's all I mean by it. You're still welcome here, but be nice. Don't threaten me or scare me. 11 hours flight, you think, but that's okay. We get free peanuts. Maybe cookies. I don't know. They don't really do peanuts anymore. I think because for one thing, I don't like smelling like peanuts. I don't want to eat peanuts in public. But it's just a strong smell. I don't mind peanut butter, but that's just me. My little quirk. But with all the allergies, so be safe. And that's all right. It's going to be worth it. I spent all oh my gosh, going to China. I just made sure I was exhausted, and I took an allergy pill to make me tired. And I just tried to sleep the whole 14-hour flight. And it was so worth it. Looking back, that was the time of my life. And I'm looking forward to sharing this with you guys. So they do serve food on the long flights. And that kind of breaks it up. I don't know. It's kind of weird. You sit there craving the food for an hour while the stewardess walks down the aisle. And you're finally. And then you're stuck with the tray. And then you're waiting, like when are they coming back to pick it up? So it kind of entertains you. And when I went to China, they finally, have upgraded things where you can watch movies and just kind of chill or relax. They gave out free earpods, buds, um, headphones, whatever you want to call it, ear ear devices. And I I don't know. I sat the whole time without watching a movie. Everybody else watched movies. I don't really watch TV or listen to the radio anymore. Yeah, so you'll see me if, like, maybe I'll watch a movie. I don't know, but of course you have to pay for that perk. For the food, I mean it should be included in the flight. Longest flight I took so far is Washington to Tennessee. Ah. So where are you coming from? I can look up what the price difference would. Kenneth, if you would like, I can look that up too to let you know the difference. Stacy, I want you to come. I want you to come with me. But the weather is going to be beautiful. It's like the perfect weather during that time. Yeah, unless it's included. There you go. I don't know. I kind of want to make chicken Alfredo. It's 2:30 in the morning. Debbie, tell me to wait. I don't know. The longest it would take is the noodles. Oh, nice. Ron says $501. Mine's $12.80. 12 something. It's only $500. Where are you coming from, Ron? See, it's a lot cheaper. Sometimes it might even be worth the drive to go do that. So $500. That's great. Are you in Florida? Where are you? Kenneth, where are you? I can look it up for you. One stop in California, LAX. Oh, the meaning behind my name, Soul Survivor. So I'm Cynthia Schiller, Shiller, but our soul, like what's inside of us. And if you've dealt with any like narcissistic abuse, they crush your soul. And it actually causes brain damage when you go through that kind of abuse. And it's like a hit to your self-esteem, and they destroy your life, your hopes, your dreams, and they put you through hell. And it's hard to even judge or make good decisions because of all the lies, the future faking that they do, and just to get discarded. There's a narcissistic cycle of abuse that almost always ends in a discard. So, after your soul was crushed, your life destroyed, that we persevere and overcome, and how to have healthy relationships and watch out for the red flags to realize, sometimes giving people too much grace can cause them to take advantage of you. And, with mental illness on the rise, I also want people to understand that not everybody is a narcissist. But understanding people, giving people grace, but there's a point where the red flags, and a lot of us feel guilty that we could have tried harder. But when you're with a narcissist, the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it's just this crazy cycle. And you get like brain fog. Some people dissociate or get extremely depressed, anxious, and just, get them back on track. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a word of affirmation. Can you give me a number 1, 2, or 3? 1, 2, or 3. Let's see what you get. And I dropped 1. 1, 2, or 3. Give me a number. 3. All right. So yours, I use deep breaths to calm and focus myself. So I want you to hold on to that. When you get a little overwhelmed, just tell yourself, this is what I do. I'm going to use some deep breaths. I'm going to refocus and kind of grounding ourselves. Sometimes our anxiety can get the best of us, take us down this rabbit hole of despair. And so that's your word of affirmation for tomorrow. It's just, nope, I'm not going to let this get to me. I'm just going to take a deep breath, refocus, move forward with life. So anybody else wants a word of the affirmation? I got a whole bowl here filled with them. Oops. And I have a whole floor decorated with them. All right. Who is next? Who wants a word of affirmation? Debbie, I'm going to give you one because you've been such a patient, faithful friend. Oops. Comment your name. The most expensive flight was $661 for you. 672. So yeah, that's nice to know that it's a lot cheaper for many of you guys. So Debbie, what number? I need a number. Sarah, if you're still here, give me a number. If you want, just type a number 1, 2, or 3, and I'll give you your affirmation reading. 1, 2, or 3. Debbie might be cleaning. So just give me 1, 2, or 3, and I'll give you your words of affirmation. Help you through the week or tomorrow. Debbie will. Okay. Debbie's thinking. She's thinking. Look how fluffy my hair is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going to try to get the rust out of my hair. My hair is changing to a funky color. It's fluffier. Got lots of people joining in. Debbie says I will. She's thinking. Okay. Run says paid $615 hotels included to go to Vegas. Yeah, Vegas. This is not Costa Rica though. I went to Atlantic City where they had like a junket, and Debbie says 2. All right, so this is 2. I am strong and I persevere. And that is you 100%. I can't tell you the things Debbie has gone through and overcome and still comes out on top and has a positive outlook. So you're a fighter. You do persevere. So I got another handful. 1, 2, or 3, guys. What would you like? You said 2. I did 2. You did number 2. So hotel, probably the kicker and the activities. Yeah. There's a lot like the food. Was your food included in that price? Because I told you, let's see. Because it has 9 excursions included, 2 tastings, 5 dinners with beer or wine, 5 lunches, 8 breakfasts, and 8 nights in a hotel. So it's really not that bad of a price if you think about the breakdown. And then with that, that's a decent. Who told you? Oh, if you guys hear me talking on to like some strange person that you don't see, I have YouTube open right now. So I got 3 platforms going. I got Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. So just spreading the word and growing the channels and getting to know you guys. So Debbie said 2. I'm going to give you one more too. Another one for you. I let go of things that I have no control over. So when you get frustrated, just tell yourself, no, I let go. I don't have control over it. No need to keep this on my mind. Free your mind. Don't let that live in your head rent free. So the package deal is better. Yes. Package deal definitely is better. And this is, we also have a dedicated guided tour guide for us who is knowledgeable about all the things and keeps us safe and together and organized. So it gets rid of all the faux pas that could happen. So it should be a smooth trip. And they'll keep us on track. They know, certain delays to make sure we're at our scheduled places on time. Run says $615 was a package Vegas deal for a week, but $600 cash, and it was fine. Interesting. That included your food and what kind of activities? Gambling doesn't count as an activity. But and was that for 8 days? How many days? 8 nights? Sometimes too, it's like 3, 4 nights, and we have to remember that. So was it 8 nights? Because this is 8 nights, which, yeah, I think it's a decent price. So, but there are things that are cheaper. But Costa Rica, oh my gosh, Talk about a bucket list. Rolling dice. Yeah. So that's why it's cheaper, because they make money off of you. So, and just so you guys know, it's the same company that I use for the students at the high school. They do it nationwide, so they're reputable. A week, okay. 6 nights? Still 2 more nights. That's But yeah, with the junkets, or what, the hotels or casinos are set up to do that. They give away free hotels because people gamble. But here, what did you say to me? Never Costa Rica. I hope you come with me. Actually, it was 2 weeks. Which is it? You changing. You trying to one up me. We shall see what the truth is. I'm going to hypnotize you. I am a certified hypnotist. I'll hypnotize you for the truth. They gave me a bunch of free food coupons for buffet and free drinks. Yeah, when we went on that junket, oh my gosh, we were like VIP, and oh my gosh, we could order whatever we wanted and cut it, like go to the front of the line. It was nice, but yeah, like one person lost 55,000 in 2 days. It was 2 weeks, but this was 2013. Mine was 1987 is when I went. So my information is, who is we? We going, I have a habit of saying we. You say like when we go to Costa Rica, is that what you're talking about? Clarify for that. I say we, I've gotten called out on it. Sometimes we includes my dog. Sometimes we. Yeah. Okay. So we are going to Costa Rica. Whoever wants to join in. So I'm on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. My friend Heather is going. So that's why I convert to we, because I already have another person. And I've had a lot of interest. I've posted on different sites. A lot of people asking for information. There's only a limited amount of spots. So it's 22 spots that I have. 22 spots, I think. And for $99, you can reserve it. It's $150 off if you sign up in November. But just a great group of people. I think my friend Patrick wants to go too. So I have a lot of people interested, and I think they're just kind of weighing if they're going to go or not. But you'll meet people from all over. So you'll meet me though. I'm definitely going. So yeah. And then sometimes too, the we could mean when I'm talking about like the tour guide and things like that, where we're gonna go to. But that's, I'm weird with the word we. My ex used to be like, who's we? And I'm like, my daughter and I, or I took the dog with me. So thank you for clarifying or questioning. LOL, maybe I find a Costa Rica wife if I go. You might. They're beautiful. Never know. Arriba. All right. So you're going to join us, and then you can be part of we. I'll let you. The Royal We. Is that a YouTube channel, The Royal We? What is The Royal We? The Royal We is something. But I'd love to have you come. There's still spots available. $99 down, secure your spot, and you will need a passport, but you can go ahead and sign up before you get a funds thing. It's a funds thing. They do have a payment plan. So I know sometimes funds get in the way. Not send me some pics of some lizards and critters. If not, okay, yes. If you can make it, come with us. If not, I'll probably be scheduling our next trip out like a year later, so it gives more time for people. Hello, therapy on TikTok, Sarah. I want to do a podcast with you. How are you? Do you have a channel? It sounds like it. So we are doing words of affirmation, and we just got done deboning 8 rotisserie chickens. We're talking about our meetup, and it's a trip to Costa Rica. You just started TikTok. If you comment on one of my regular shorts, you do a podcast though. So I would love to do a podcast with you. Cynthia at asoulsurvivor.com if you want to reach out. And no, I don't. Debbie says, yes, it's a YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm trying to remember who it is, though. Yeah, I do podcasts, too. I've done Sven Erlandson from Badass Counseling. I've done some other, like, with, like, some mental illness, borderline. I wanted to do, I'm Cynthia Schiller. And there's a lady down in Indiana who she has the same name as I do, just a different middle name. And she's a therapist. And I was like, this close. She said, yes, she'd do a podcast with me, and she backed out. But I'm like, how cool. Cynthia Schiller interviewing Cynthia Schiller. But they usually turn out really fun. A lot of people actually want to do them again. I've done Kendra Turley, which is a TikToker. She has a religious spiritual aspect to her, but I feel there's some spiritual component to being completely healed. Not everybody does, but we did Joshua Schwartz, we did Joel Chapman, who is an MMA fighter, so all different kinds of things. And yeah, Cynthia, Cynthia at asoulsurvivor.com, and we can set something up. I'd love to do a podcast with you. What you think? What you think? Free advertisement. Why not? There is one of my favorite persons on this. Henry, who's your favorite person? Joshua the writer. No, Schwartz. He might journal. I won't call him a writer. Not that I know. Yeah, he's on my YouTube if you type in Joshua Schwartz. But yeah, not that I know of. He travels the world though, but he's borderline, and he went through some terrible narcissistic abuse. Like, it was horrible. I heard video recordings. Like, he's not just making this stuff up. But Kevin can't picture the royal we. I know them. Oh, I know a white man, like lighter color hair, or maybe bald. I don't remember, but yeah, I think I know who he is. I like him. I do like him a lot. That's who it is. Yeah. I don't even know. He might be balding. I just know it's light. It's so funny how I do not focus on color, or unless it's like substantial, like a really cool hairstyle, but I don't check if you are balding, or sometimes I don't even notice facial hair. It's so weird. Yeah. Can you email me? So Cynthia, and you can see up top, a Soul Survivor, Cynthia at asoulsurvivor.com. Okay, cool. And we will set that up. And yeah, hopefully we can turn it into a series too. And I post it across Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Free advertising for you, and it's just fun. It's just a Zoom call, and you're just going to feel like you're talking to a friend. So cool. How long have you been doing it? I know you said you just started. Like, what's your definition of just started? Just like 2 minutes ago? I'll have to check you out though, Sarah. Debbie says bald. I watch him sometimes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Because I'm like, I don't remember, but I think I do, but maybe not. Does he have side hair a little bit? He's not completely bald, is he? A few weeks, maybe. That's all right. Got to start somewhere. You're a registered therapist. I'm going on 7 years. Are you enjoying it? Do you like it? Do you feel you're paid fairly? I know some people get burnt out because of that. Tell me about that. Is it worth getting my master's? I'm in the middle of a program, and it's going to be $45,000, and I'm worried I'll be taking a pay cut. I'm pretty lucky where I'm at teaching, kind of climbed up the ladder. So my salary is pretty decent. Is it worth getting my master's? $45,000. Because I got an A in my class. I start on Monday or Sunday with the new semester, 10 credits. I'm picking your brain. Your head takes a photocopy. Bald. I watch them sometimes. So what's weird though is I have photographic. Well, the pay is all right. Okay. But is it worth it? But it's very rewarding. Yeah. I know that's kind of like I'm being like my heart's being drawn to it. I just don't know because I'm 54 years old. I'd like to retire. And I'm like on track to pay off my house, be ready to retire maybe at 62. And then I'm taking on a almost $50,000 debt. And then you got to do 3,000 hours. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yep, 54. Frozen half the year. You would have guessed near 50. There you go. Oh, wouldn't have guessed near 50. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But I do have, Debbie, I have a photographic memory. And I even told you, like, in my senior year, I took a French class. And I was able to, like, close my eyes, go down the vocabulary list, get the definition. And it was like a list of, like, 50 words, just single space, not even space, right under each other. And I was able, it's so weird. But with people, I don't judge, which is crazy because my original degree is in criminal justice. And I can tell somebody is darker, but I don't register. Are they Hispanic? Are they Black? Are they African American? Unless it's very, very obvious. And I mean, I don't even know how to word that. I think what it is this could be because of when I was in nursing school. Like when I talk about my education, it's crazy. But when I was in nursing school, do you know Suits? Yes. Yes. What about Suits? The show. So do I. Yeah. And it's nice. I think it's like a superpower. But my nursing school, with the photographic memory, you're right. It's cool having it. Like it's neat. Or if I'm like, a lot of times when I scan, like if I'm just looking, my eye will read something and I hold on to it. And I have to like, where did I see that? And then sometimes you got to close your eyes and it's weird, but I like it. You analyze people. Ooh. But so I think part of the reason, we're not supposed to judge people on their color, but I think the other reason is I kind of gave up because when I was in nursing school, I have my client, like a 76-year-old Black female, and I go into the room and nobody is on the second bed. Mine is on bed B and nobody's there. And it's in a nursing home. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like my patient's dead and they've already taken her away. And so there's a lady sitting on bed A, nobody in bed B. And I thought she was dead. The lady sitting on the bed was whiter than me and I'm pretty white. She was a Black lady, whiter than me. And also her hair had already turned like white with a little salt and pepper, but mainly white. So super white lady. And she was African American. So it's kind of like I gave up. I'm like, I'm not going to judge on what somebody is. But she was alive. They were just changing her bed. So it says, great job. You've gone live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. Don't forget you have to teach in the morning. Debbie says, I learned it's from being abused. Analyzing people, yeah. This guy is obvious. Run, run, run. The do run, run, run. Sean Cassidy, he was my second crush. Davy Jones was my first. Hello, hello. I see you joining in. Good to have you here. So yeah, analyzing, sometimes it's just a curious mind, but if you're hypervigilant on analyzing people, yeah, it can definitely be from analyzing people. So Sarah, I want you to give me a number 1, 2, or 3, or 4. 1 to 4. Give me 1 to 4. You get a word of affirmation. Are you still here? 1 through 4. What are we going to have? Words of affirmation. You can't do 7. All right, we'll do 7. Here's 4. Rule breaker. 5, 6, 7. Yours is, I am beautiful just as I am. So even though you break the rules and tell me 7, you're still beautiful just the way you are. That's your uniqueness. Because, when we start comparing ourselves to other people, we start feeling less than and, wanting to change certain things about us. But each and every one of us are special. So, Henry, lots of love to you. You're beautiful just the way you are. And when you get depressed or frustrated or wondering why things happen for others and not you, just remember, you are your own unique person. And Ron says hypervigilance comes from being abused or targeted. Yes, I agree. Yep. Or sometimes too, it's our perception. Sometimes it's a perception, like if you're schizophrenic or something, you might be hypervigilant too. Cannot change the past. I know, sometimes we wish we could, but we can't. So time to give up trying. And focus on today, live in the moment, and give ourselves some grace. Let go of the anger and the remorse and all that stuff. Take the lesson for what it was. And yeah, sometimes we wish we could go back in time, but we can't. And we can avoid the same problems or a repeat of that. We're all learning in life. And some people had a better foot forward than we did, but sometimes we're going to become even more empowered because of the lessons that we learned. So, just move forward. Never stop growing, never stop investing in yourself. And, be cautious, but we also don't want to bring forward our trauma onto other people to where we still give people a chance, but also be cautious, not too hypervigilant. Otherwise, we're going to seclude ourselves and we're not living life. So give me a chance and come see me in Costa Rica. You tend to read the room. Yeah. And sometimes we subconsciously do that too. We're just drawn to certain people, different energies. You are very beautiful and a realist. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I try. And you got to be real about things, when we're living in a fantasy world. The narcissist likes to create that fantasy and they get us trapped in it sometimes where everything seems perfect, but there are red flags. And, I'm starting to, even just in life, you can even apply it to, if it sounds too good, it probably is. And over time, like even just this one car dealership giving away, like, I don't know, gift card or what, like, I did a video on it because I went round and round, asked all the right questions, and I had this gut feeling. I'm like, they're going to screw me over. And even though I asked all the right questions, so I said, so if I bring my driver's license, I get this. I think it was $5,000. It was $5,000 or something. So I asked question after question after question, and I even told them, like, I got this in the mail. This is not really in my schedule. I have to drive like 45 minutes and it's during rush hour. So round trip, it's going to be like hour and a half, 2 hours. I said, this is not a sales pitch, right? You're not just bringing me in. And so they're, and then they of course give you to a second person. Yeah. I have to ask all the same questions again. And I said, look, I'm only coming here to pick up the $5,000. I do not want a sales pitch. This, that, whatever. And I said, so if I bring my driver's license, that's the only stipulation you're putting on this. And they're like, yep, looks like you won. Looks like you won. They did not affirm it. They did not say you won. So I was so ticked. But when things sound too good to be true, they probably are. Even when you ask all the questions, sometimes just going by your gut and kind of warm smile and heart, very easy to talk to. And God bless you too. So, yes, thank you for coming. You've been a good support. I appreciate that. You kind of had to read the room these days. Yes. Know where your exit signs are too. All right, guys. I'd like to keep talking. I'm on 4% battery plus I do have to teach in the morning. It's 3 o'clock. I'm going to get 3 hours of sleep. So, but yes, send me that email so we can kind of hook up on our podcast. And if you guys subscribe, I do have live chats for subscribers only. Jason, I don't think you're. Can I see who's in here? Jason, are you in here? Okay, cool. But I do live chats where it subscribers only to kind of give you guys a little bit more one-on-one attention. There's also like stickers and videos and things like that for my subscribers. Kind of helps give me that new computer because my computer broke. Oh, Bristol, we're just getting ready to get some sleep, but I will see how you're doing. Hello, good to have you here. Can I explain? Can I explain what? Yes, I will explain. Reading the room, what that means. Like the energy, the people that are in there. Is it safe? Sometimes too, I need to get up early tomorrow. Yeah. So let me explain. It's kind of like if you walk into a funeral, everybody is quiet, everybody is somber, and you're like, hey, how's everybody doing? It's kind of like off energy. It's not really inappropriate. A lot of autistic people have a hard time with that. So, yes, please send me those pictures. Explain Alice in Wonderland syndrome. Oh my goodness. All right. So the Alice in Wonderland. Let me. Do you feel you have that? So a good way to put it. It's also known as Todd's syndrome, and it's a condition that disrupts our brain's ability to process sensory input. It starts to distort perception. If you think about Alice in Wonderland, how she saw things different. What was it? She kind of went down that rabbit hole. She was like the difference in sizes. So it has like distortions in your visual perception of objects. They can appear smaller or larger, and sometimes too they can appear closer. So it is rare, but can lead to disorientation. So so let me give you. Let's see. I can do some case studies if you would like, but here we go. This is what I want to read you. It can also include sight, touch, and time. So the brain is just perceiving things differently. And back in 1955, there was an English psychiatrist, and his name was John Todd. He's the one who named it, and it's taken from the Lewis Carroll book, which is Alice in Wonderland, where she starts having those situations similar to those that occur. Would you guys want to be in the Alice in Wonderland? But research is saying that it mainly occurs in children and adolescents. So the most common visual distortions are the micropsia. So they're going to look smaller. There are type A, type B, and type C. Sometimes type C is a mix of A and B. So is that something that you or a child is dealing with? Because it's just a distorted reality and it's hard to perceive things. So things might seem safer, seem things might seem more of a threat. So Bristol, it's good to have you here. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh my goodness. Lots of stuff to learn about. But unfortunately, it is 2:54. So if you have another question, I can stay on till 3. If not, I will go ahead and get some sleep. But I'd like to know, are you just curious about it, or oh, I see. And has that affected you in adult life? I was mood. Am I cooking? I was. I don't know. Now I want to. I deboned 8 chicken from rotisserie chicken today. So tomorrow, I don't know, I have my dance class tomorrow too. Almost made chicken Alfredo tonight, but I decided to, debone that chicken, which took like an hour and a half. And yeah, so either, I don't know about tomorrow, probably tomorrow. I know I get tired. So is that okay if we wait? I'm tempted to just whip that up real quick. But yes, tomorrow, probably 10 or 11 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time. We'll get that chicken Alfredo. And this week, I'll be doing chicken dishes. And next week, I'll start on the side dishes and desserts. So Debbie's going to bed. Yes, I know. It is 3 o'clock. So join me tomorrow. I will cook. I'll cook tomorrow. How's that? Bought all this stuff today for it. And yeah, I got 3 hours. So I should probably get some sleep. But Bristol, see me tomorrow. Debbie, thanks for all the support. And I will see you guys. Have a good night, and I look forward to that email. You're going to bed. All right, get some sleep. Good night. Oh, somebody just popped in. I have to go. Bye, guys. All right, thanks, guys, for joining.